and all I'm left with is all breeze.
Hey, Mike Simmons here in the cigar area. Tonight, something new for me, maybe not for you. The Fratello from Fratello Cigars. Big surprise. This is the 6 1/4 by 54 Toro. Beautiful Nicaraguan Habano wrapper. Got a few visible veins there. Nice rich chocolatey brown color. It says an Ecuadorian Sumatra binder and a combination of Peruvian and Nicaraguan filler tobacco. So they also have another, this is the flagship Fratello. They also have a Bianco, which I believe is a San Andreas wrapper, and I think it's a different binder, and it also has, besides the Peruvian and Nicaraguan, it has Pennsylvania broadleaf the Hero. So I have to get my hands on one of those too. But this is my first Fratello. Fratello means brother. It's my first brother. And it really is, because I don't have any brothers. It's a rich, kind of a cocoa-y smell to it. But let us not hesitate any longer. It's late. This is a big cigar, and I want to get smoking. Sorry. Yeah. Alrighty. Some nice mild sweetness on the cold draw, kind of a hay flavor. Don't know too much about these Fratello cigars. But I will do a little reading on it. Try to brush up. Looks like a good cigar. Seems to be popular. Alright, my first impression is leathery with a sort of a semi-sweet spice finish. Definitely. Nice leather flavor, very rich. There's a sweetness riding along with that spice on the finish. Could be from the Peruvian tobacco. I'm sure the Nicaraguan is providing the spice. Nice. I think this is going to be a good ride. It's a nice easy draw. Nice hearty smoke. This is a well packed cigar. It's very firm It's got some heft to it. Definitely weighty, definitely packed full of tobacco. Alright, first couple puffs, leathery, sweet spice. That's my story, I'm sticking to it. Go into the first third. Where else am I going to go? Be back in a couple minutes. Okay, back with the Fratello in the Toro size. As you can see, a nice, good solid inch or more of ash here. Nice light gray. Flavors. We had that blast of leather, sweet spice, first 3 puffs. Switched over a little bit in, about 1/4 of an inch in, to an earthy, nice earthy core flavor. Still has that sweetness and the spice on the finish. Very nice. It's very, very rich. Very nice tasting cigar. Fratello is owned by a gentleman named Omar de Freyes. And these cigars were introduced in a brick and mortar store in Virginia, I think it was. I was trying to do a little research here. Old Virginia Tobacco Company in Woodbridge, Virginia. That's where they were launched. Other than that, I didn't get a chance to really do much more digging into it, but they do have a website. It is Fratello Cigars, cigars.com. It's a nice website. Check it out. Now, I got this from Atlantic Cigars. $7.61 for a single. So, just to give you an idea what these go for. I know I'm going to lose this ash. Tap it off. This has an easy draw, but not too. It's not super easy. It's a nice draw. It does have a bit of firmness to it because it's, as I said earlier, it's packed. This is a packed cigar. But boy, that spice on the finish just hangs on for a long time. It's very nice. Sweetness, I can't really identify a particular flavor. It's just a nice underlying sweetness. Still get little teases of that leather in there, but for right now, first third, earthy, sweet spice, long lasting spice finish. So onward into the second third we go. Be back in what will seem like no time. Alright, back with the Fratello Toro in the second portion here. A pretty straight burn. I just lost the ash a couple minutes ago. I'm getting close to the label here, so I'm going to take this off. Had another change in the flavor. Very unique label, by the way. Still has that earthy core flavor with a touch of leather here and there. But there's an addition of a nice, nutty, salty nut flavor in there. And that sweetness, finally put a name to, is a caramel sweetness, and then the spice again on the finish. It's almost like a Snickers bar without the chocolate. Comes in, goes out. It's not constant, but the sweetness is constant. The nutty flavor's not totally constant, but it's prominent. When you taste it, you taste it. It's not every puff, but it's there. It's a really good tasting cigar. It's burning well. Good, easily identifiable flavors. Very nice so far. I have to say it's a medium. I don't know what this is marketed as far as strength, but it's a medium, upper level medium. So it's not going to scare away a new smoker. It's very flavorful. The spice, a little bit milder than it was in the first third, but it's still there. It's uncanny how long it stays on your tongue. Very nice. If you take a puff, I usually wait. I usually take a puff every minute or minute and a half, sometimes 2 minutes, when I'm taking my time. And that spice just stays with you. And it's not a spice that's going to scare you away, or it's not affronting at all. It's very savory. Very savory. Sweetness, nuttiness, good earthy tobacco core flavor. Enjoying the hell out of this. And the ash holds on for about an inch and a quarter at a time. Love it. Love the spice. Really, really digging this cigar. Alright, so I'll be back after I get through the final third here, sum it all up. Alright, welcome back with the Fratello Toro. In the final third here, got about 3/4 of an inch of ash hanging on there nicely. A little curvy burn, but for the most part, to this point, it was almost razor sharp. A couple changes in the flavors again. The spice has diminished to very mild. I mean, it's still there. I still feel it on my tongue, but it's not like it was in the first third. It was very strong. Second third was still pretty potent, but not quite as strong as the first. Now it's just, you taste it and you feel it, but it's not as potent. The caramel sweetness, that also went away, but the salty nut taste is still there, along with the earthy core flavor. It's good medium, still very rich. It's not hot. I mean, I have about an inch and a half of actual cigar left, and it's not hot, and there's no residue. It's very, very nice. impressed by this. I can't wait to try the other blend. I think they might have it. I don't have my other computer on right now, so I know they have the Bianco, but definitely going to try that. So we started off with very rich, potent leather flavor at the beginning, a sweet, strong spice, and then in the first third, the leather tapered off and was replaced by the earthy flavor. Spice came down a notch or so. Sweetness remained, but I still couldn't identify it. And in the second portion, earthy core, caramel sweetness, salty nuts, and a nice long-lasting spice. Final third, spice diminished, sweetness diminished. Now have a earthy core flavor and a salty nutty flavor. Very pleasant, very long lasting. 2 hours and 10 minutes I've been smoking this. So it's a good long lasting cigar. I said it was very well packed. You can tell it was very well made, good quality. About $7.50. Would I buy another? Definitely. I definitely will. And will I try their other blend? Definitely. It's a good tasting cigar. It's been out for a couple years, I guess. So it's a relatively new blend. You know, it's tough to try to keep up with everything that comes out. I try to find out what's popular using Instagram, Twitter, things like that. That's where I get a lot of my ideas for smokes to try. But it's hard to keep up with everything. There's so many new things coming out, and so many tweaks on other blends and that kind of thing. And plus, I'm a big fan of these smaller companies that have really good cigars, and I'm seeking out a lot of those right now. I have some samples coming from a few different places. At least they say they're coming, so time will tell. But I've gotten a few from some smaller brands, and they turned out to be excellent. So you don't always have to go with whatever the big trend is and all the newest smokes coming out, because there are so many cigars out there. And if you can find places that sell them, if it's online, if you're lucky enough to have a store near you that carries some of these blends. But so I try to find where you can get them, especially these smaller companies, what online stores are carrying them, so I can give you an idea where to get them and how much they cost. But Fratello, definitely a 10 out of 10. Good construction, good flavors, good burn, and a decent price point for a premium cigar of this size that lasts this long. So if you're fortunate enough to have a store that's carrying these, try one out. If not, I got mine from Atlantic Cigar. It's always a good place to buy singles. They have a huge selection of cigars. A lot of the online stores don't always carry singles or 5-packs. Atlantic is a good place. So, Fratello in the Toro size, excellent smoke. So, until next time, I'm Mike Simmons, and this is the Cigar Area, and I thank you for watching, and don't forget my other videos on YouTube, and check out my website, thecigararea.com. If you haven't already, come on and send me an email, enter my contest, and jump on the bandwagon. It's growing slowly, but it's growing, and I'm happy and I'm very thankful. I thank everybody who is following me on YouTube. That's growing, and Instagram, Twitter. Thank you very much. This is a guilty pleasure of mine, and I'm just happy that I'm able to share it with you, and that a lot of you are enjoying it. So, until next time, happy smoking.
Darker fish cleave, creamy seas, and all I'm left with is a breeze. Doesn't even reach my knees. There's too much in this